Hey traders, today is Saturday, December 31st. And although yesterday I said I would not do any new videos on the market, I guess I'm not keeping my word, but having a chance to sleep on it overnight, have my cigar and sleep on it overnight, and having some additional conversations with fellow subscriber Yang Bai. He's great with Elliott waves. I've come to kind of have a prevailing head. You know how they say prevailing heads prevail? No, that's not right. Cooler heads prevail. Okay, so we have bullish divergence. I'm going to show you on the next slide how that's so. But I first want to review a previous slide that I covered with you guys and how the top of the channel that started here, right here, that gray line, this gray dashed line or dotted line, started since October and went all the way through November and December, right? Remember I said in this previous episode that this is the 4-hour chart. When you have MACD bullish divergence right down here, this is MACD bullish divergence here, right? Because that's a lower low, right? Remember I said that? On the MACD bullish divergence, start looking at the descending side, so the downside, the descending side for the next uptrend channel line, right? Okay, so that's how this channel was determined. Look on the descending side. Look on the descending side. Let me zoom in. Here we go. So there was divergence starting. Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks. You know how they're connecting each other, and ultimately that was the channel top. Okay, so this is the descending side. This is the descending side. Find the wicks, and join them. And that's your. So the descending side tells you what the market's about to do on the next ascending leg. Okay, remember that? All right. So that's the quick review. Let me tell you what I see. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the 4-hour chart. There is bullish divergence here. Here is your starting point, and there's your ending point. Even though we made double bottom, that's still a divergence, right? Double bottom, bullish divergence. It doesn't have to be a downward. This leg doesn't have to be down, right? This doesn't have to be down, and that has to be up. A double bottom can still have divergence like it does here. Okay, so having said that, on the 4-hour chart, that double bottom started on, we'll just call it the 20th, and it settled itself on the 28th, heading into the 29th, whatever that date is, a week later. Now, therefore, I started to look at the descending side, the descending sides, and I started to join the wicks. So you like this wick and that wick, right? Okay. Notice I'm going to call your attention to, let's see, like this wick joins with that wick. Okay. Just for example. So it just takes some practice. Like that wick joins with that wick, joins with that wick, joins, you know. Oh, you could probably even go with that. Basically, what you're looking at are target points that the market's going for next. That's what these lines are designed to do. Okay, now I'm going to get to the net. This 4-hour chart. Let me zoom in, see that closer. This is the 4-hour EMA that on Friday, it kissed it perfectly. Here's the 4-hour SMA gray line right here. Right here. See that? Here's the channel top. Depending on where we can expect some pullback from Friday's short squeeze, fake surge. We can expect some pullback. depending on where it pulls back to. If it finds support at the channel top, which happens to be pretty darn equal to the 4-hour SMA 20 line, if it finds support there, then we can anticipate the next move is up, and I think the ultimate target is here, the daily EMA 50, based on where all of these, see that? Based on where these gray lines that I drew are pointing to. You see what I mean? I drew multiple lines. They seem to all be pointing to this, right there, daily EMA. And if it gets past the daily EMA, I think it's going to try, but I don't think it's going to make it. It's going to try to eclipse the weekly SMA. That's the one that's dogged the markets for all of 2022, all of it. So I don't think it's going to get past that, even if it gets past the daily EMA. Now, these are new bands that I drew because it really helps me visualize. Basically, the bottom of this band is the 4-hour SMA. The top of the band is 4-hour EMA. The bottom of this band is the daily EMA. The top of this band is the daily SMA. Okay? It really helps me visualize, and you'll see that on the next slide. But so that's all I wanted to show you about this slide. So you clearly see the divergence, this blue line that I'm drawing, the blue trend line that I'm drawing on the MACD with the double bottom blue line here, right? Double bottom. Okay, so that's what I want to show you there. Next one is the 1 hour chart. So might as well just zoom into this area. Okay, so you see how the 1 hour chart, the SMA band, EMA band is much tighter, right? But now you have relativity because now you can see, oh, here's the 4-hour EMA band. See that? How it kissed it, the top perfect. It closed right at the 4-hour EMA top band. And then here's the 4-hour SMA. So we are in a convergence zone. You see that? Of the hourly SMA, hourly EMA, channel top, 4-hour SMA lower band, 4-hour EMA upper band. You see what I'm saying? Like it's getting into an important zone, right? Where you're starting to have convergence of channels, of EMA SMA, of the 1 hour and the 4-hour. And check this out. Here, let me zoom out. See this? See this gray line that I drew in? Remember? This is on the 1 hour. So I'm just connecting wicks, wick, wick, and what do you know? Right here on Friday, what do you know? Even with that fake short squeeze, I call it fake, but it was real because it actually happened. But look at that. Touched it, you know, respecting it, touching it. See? That's what I mean. That line was predetermined. It's just that I didn't realize it until, I started drawing them. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Now that I caught the bullish divergence on the MACD, I think in immediate term, I'm going to give you the if-then answer. If market, so here's where it closed on Friday. It's going to backtest. It's going to backtest somewhere in here. If the market finds support somewhere in here, right, like the 4-hour SMA, like right in here, or the channel, somewhere, because these are major lines, right? They're not, they're not guidelines. They're actually major because they've been respected. Like this channel line has been respected. Look at it, bounce off of it, come down, hits resistance, come down, breaks through it. So it's been respected. It's been respected. So you can't ignore it, right? You can't ignore it. So you got to use it to anticipate what the market could do. Not saying what the market will do, but anticipate what they could do. Like you all who play sports, you anticipate what your opponent could do. You don't. It's not that you can predict exactly what your opponent is going to do, right? So that's I see that in the same vein. I played sports in high school too. So you can't ask me, hey, so you think you're gonna beat this guy? Right? Well, I don't know if I'm gonna beat him or not, But I can anticipate what he's going to do. You see what I'm saying? So, um, same idea, right? I'm not going to predict, but just anticipate where the moves could go because they respect these lines, as you've seen me show in previous videos. Oh, they're respecting it, like on Friday. Oh, was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, right? It was respecting the 195, the 195 SMA, and the 195 EMA on Thursday at close, right? It was in that band, that tight band for all afternoon, since late morning, right? So, um, so just anticipate. I think depending on where it finds support, but if it just crashes down below this channel again, meaning you're probably crashing down below the SMA 4-hour SMA 20 also, well then you're probably gonna go you're gonna go lower, right? You're just gonna go lower. Just depends. Or it can go down underneath of it, consolidate, 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 and come back up. See, it depends. Everything just depends. Okay? So I'm just showing you these lines so you can anticipate. But if somehow or another we start making higher lows, right? Higher lows, it's back testing down here, which you start consolidating under this channel right here. Well, that's a higher low than right here. See what I'm saying? That means you're hanging out at certain key lines, SMA, channels, whatever, EMA, doesn't matter. You're hanging out. That means you're not going. You're fixing to make a move is what you're doing, right? So yeah. If next week we start hanging out, we're not losing this area, then you can anticipate the next move is going to be up here where I drew these gray lines. I think that's where you can anticipate going next if we don't lose too much of this. But if we start making newer lows, okay, that's it. All bets are off. Yeah, you start going below this point, all bets are off. Now we're going lower. Okay? So there's your if-then scenario, right? Okay? So that's basically all I got for you guys, today. Keep it short and simple. Not too long, but just some things to look out for and anticipate next week. Okay, if you'd like, you can follow me on Twitter, where I do real-time tweets, like yesterday, calling the games as I see them. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, or click to be notified when I release a new video. With that, I'm Agent 000, signing off, and have a great New Year's, guys. New Year's Eve tonight.